Hey neighbors, welcome to the neighborhood. My name is Lily, and today I will be talking about how I was able to study abroad featuring the Gilman Scholarship Program. I kind of wanted to give an introduction as to what program I did and what place that I went to, so you can kind of get an idea of what the applicant looks like or what a Gilman recipient looks like. So through my university, Mississippi State University, they offered an exchange program where I pay my original student dues to Mississippi State, and Mississippi State University pays Chungang University, which is my host college in South Korea. I study abroad during the spring semester of 2023. I studied in South Korea at Chungang University while majoring in mechanical engineering. While I was there, I was in the dance club and the Korea club. I also participated in an event to market my home university, Mississippi State University, to other students at Chungang University. I traveled to major landmarks such as Namsan Tower, Gwangbokgung Palace, Busan Sky Tower, and many other landmarks in South Korea. Without the Gilman Scholarship, I would not have been able to go. So I want to share the Gilman Scholarship Program with you all, so potentially you can study abroad too. Hopefully this information is beneficial to you all, and thank you for listening. Why did I study abroad? Many U.S. citizens never leave its borders, and you should, because you can find greater cultural understanding, build independence confidence, foster communication skills, gain international relationships, and so much more. You'll only get as much as you put into it. And that's why I highly encourage everyone to study abroad if given the opportunity. How to get started to study abroad. First, you should contact your study abroad office or your college of study to ask them how you can get started. From there, they'll pair you with an advisor or give you resources to start your journey. Studying abroad may seem impossible at first glance, looking at the big price tag. However, if you speak with your study abroad advisors or your study abroad office more, you might find that there are opportunities for people that may not have the funds to study abroad. There are actually several scholarship opportunities to study abroad. There may be some scholarship opportunities through your college, ones that you find on the internet, or the scholarship that I'm going to discuss today, the Gilman Scholarship. So why the Gilman Scholarship? The Gilman Scholarship is one of the more prestigious and beneficial study abroad scholarships. It helps those in need. The Gilman Scholarship's mission is to broaden the U.S. student population that participates in study abroad by supporting those students who would not otherwise study outside the U.S. due to financial constraints. The eligibility is as follows. The applicant must be a citizen or national of the United States. The applicant must be an undergraduate student in good standing at an accredited institution of higher education in the U.S., either 2-year or 4-year. The applicant must be receiving federal Pell Grant during the time of application. The applicant must be applying to or accepted to a credit-bearing study abroad or internship program. For more information, visit the Gilman Scholarship website. The link is in the description. Alright, so here's my favorite part. Some tips for applying to the Gilman Scholarship. Start early.
There are 3 required essays and 2 optional essays. I did not start early, let's just say that. And this is my main tip because I started on the day that it was due. Not very smart on my part. It was stressful and I wouldn't do it again. So make sure to start early on these essays. I ended up doing 4 essays, I believe. I did the 3 required and the language essay. But yes, start early or be stressed later. Another tip is to use resources. Like I said, I struggled in silence because I did it the last minute. I wasn't able to contact or reach out to resources that I had on campus or online because of the fact that I didn't have enough time. Some of these resources may include the Writing Center, your local library, the Study Abroad office, and there's also some good writing tips on the Gilman Scholarship website. Another tip is to be unique and creative. They're going to have to read a lot of essays, and you would want yours to stick out. So make sure to stay true to yourself and be unique in your essay. Another tip is to express your need for the scholarship. I really needed this scholarship, or else I was not going to be able to study abroad. The financial struggle is real. And just make sure to include that into your essay and really explain why you want the Gilman Scholarship. Another tip is to talk closely with your advisors. A lot of the times I didn't really know what to do with some different things, so like the scholarship or some different deadlines that I had to meet. Just speak closely with your advisor to make it more seamless and stress-free for you as well as your advisor. Also, keep an eye on the Gilman Scholarship website for the timeline. They have a countdown timer whenever it gets close to the time for the applications to be submitted, and the time zone may be different from yours, so make sure to keep an eye out on the website to make sure that you complete your application in time. Also, speak with your advisor about the follow-on service project to make sure that it's feasible.
With the Gilman Scholarship being a scholarship that you have to apply for with essays, I wanted to give you kind of a background as to what you would be looking into. So there are 3 essays that you have to do, you must complete. And I have some notes down here that I'm going to read off so I can kind of give you my best tips along with like some of the tips that are listed on the website. The first essay is the Statement of Purpose. It is a 7,000 character max essay, and that is including spaces. In this essay, you'll kind of want to give a background to your character. Explain a little bit about yourself and where you come from. This helped me since I wanted to study abroad to build my independence, you know, being the youngest of 4 children. So that kind of helped me explain my statement of purpose. But that could be different for each of you. Another tip is with the background. Overall, it gives the judges a look into who you are. With all the applicants that they kind of process, it'd be nice to get to know the person that they're reading all these essays from. So make sure you kind of speak about your background and why, your statement, you know, your statement of purpose, the whole reason for the essay. Another tip is to explain your financial strain. This scholarship is made for those who receive federal Pell Grant, so they know that you're not going to school with just money out of your pocket, like you can just pay up front. So they know your situation, but just explain your need because you will be asked this multiple times kind of in the application process. Another tip is to explain why you want to study abroad and why you need the Gilman Scholarship. So that kind of ties in with that second tip. I really explained in my essay my fascination with exploring and experiencing a culture I'd only seen on TV or heard in music. You know, you just kind of want to do a little research on the place that you're going to and kind of explain why you want to experience that firsthand. The second essay is the Building Mutual Understanding essay. This essay is a 3,000 character max, including spaces, essay. The website kind of gives you a prompt on this essay, and so I'm just going to kind of read that because that's essentially what it is. So, as a U.S. citizen, how will you represent America while you're abroad? How will you seek opportunities to seek cultural understanding? So for me, I kind of said just, joining clubs and meeting new friends. Like, that may seem simple, but you need to explain that in your essay. And that's essentially what I also did whenever I got to Korea. I didn't just say it in my essay, I actually put forth the effort and I actually made it happen. So just different things like that you may think is simple. Make sure to include those in your building mutual understanding essay, so you can kind of like show that you want to build cultural understanding while you're abroad. The last essay that you must complete is the follow-on service project. This essay is an essay that's limited to 3,000 characters, including spaces. In this essay, you will describe your follow-on service project in detail. So really assess your programming skills and write down your ideas clearly and steps you will implement to get this done. So like really just break down what it takes to make a program and just like, oh, okay, well, let me come up with the idea first. The idea's here. Now I'm going to really explain this idea and make it really interesting and put that into paragraph form. And then for the steps, I'm going to explain how I'm going to make this become a reality. So you can say like, oh, for instance, we're going to have a party for my follow-on service project. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to book the venue. I'm going to gather this many clubs by doing blah, blah, blah. So really just explain in detail how you're going to get this done, because that really just makes you sound like you know what you're talking about. Also, talk with your advisor to make sure it is plausible. Make sure this is like a thing that your school can actually, do. Because I remember mine initially, I had to go in and change mine because initially mine was something that was too costly and my school couldn't actually do. So make sure to talk with your advisor. Look at the website. There's examples on the website and they kind of go more in detail, but I'll read off to you what those examples are, which is the K-12 outreach, academic department outreach, campus office outreach, and study abroad outreach, etc. So just look on the website if you have any questions about what you could possibly do, and really just be creative with the follow-on service project. Now we'll talk about the optional essays. These essays you do not have to do, but I will say that they will probably be easier. And they will probably I'm not quite sure because I only did one of them and I'm not sure if it really impacted my overall essays, but I really encourage you to do this because it may increase your the amount of money or award that you get from those scholarships, but I'm not completely sure. But I do recommend you do these if you have the opportunity. The first one is the cultural understanding, or the cultural link. I'll have to put it up on the screen because I didn't write it down. It is up to $3,000 award, so 2,000 character limit or 3,000 character limit. I also didn't put that in my notes, but I did put some good tips. The first criterion is that the language of the host country is different from English. Like the main language that they speak is different from English, and they have a list of that on the website, so make sure to check that out, especially if you want to do this essay. The second question is, are you studying the language in the country? There's also another question, is it your goal to increase your language proficiency while you're in that country? And there's other questions, but basically with this essay you just want to answer these questions with a good paragraph structure. The last essay that is optional is the STEM Supplemental Award essay. In this essay, you will summarize your STEM-related research component and how this will contribute to your future academic and or career goals. I'm not entirely sure what that kind of means. I am a STEM major, I'm mechanical engineering, but I wasn't really doing any research or anything, so I didn't really know if that applied to me. But definitely look on the website to see if this essay could apply to you. That is all for the essays. Again, there are 3 essays that you must do, which is the statement of purpose, the Building Mutual Understanding essay and the Follow-on Service project. And the 2 optional essays is the Critical Language essay and the STEM Supplemental Award.
My favorite parts about studying abroad. Not only did I learn in the classroom, mind you, I took 6 classes while I studied abroad. I learned from the people outside and joined clubs to see how they perceive our culture while meeting new friends. I experienced more through overcoming instead of flaking or shying away from new opportunities and experiences. I learned a lot of people skills by forming a support system even while away from my family and friends. I learned to travel independently and confidently with or without a plan. I'm so blessed to gain this chapter in my life, and it has encouraged me to explore and reach for more opportunities. Thank you.
Lastly, I just wanted to thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, make sure to visit the website or comment down below and I will answer the questions if I know the answer, of course. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and also comment those questions if you have any. That's all that I have. Bye. Bye.